Aloha all, welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario for the N64. I'm Paper Mario Guy, and in the last episode we defeated Buzzar, the klepto that was guarding the path to Dry Dry Desert, and in this episode we are now actually in Dry Dry Desert ourselves, and we have a familiar face. Well, hello there, old boy. How goes the travels, eh? I'm known as Colorado. I'm an archaeologist, you know. I travel the world. At the moment, I'm turning Dry Dry Desert upside down to find the Dry Dry ruins. My assistant here have attempted to gather information in Dry Dry Outpost, which is near here. Sadly, as of yet, we're having little success. All I need's a clue and we'll be golden. And with Paracary, we actually can deliver that letter. And Paracary is going to, this is generally how it works. When you talk to a character that you have a letter for, with Paracary equipped, he'll stop you, and he'll talk about, the fact that he's a mailman and all that, and he'll deliver a letter, and, the character will wind up reading the letter out loud, or, telling you basically what's the contents, which, if you, compile the letter's information, it actually provides, some pretty interesting information that you, kind of start developing some things about the character itself. So now, as far as Dry Dry Desert is concerned, before we make it to Dry Dry Outpost, there are definitely some things that I want to do, and some things I want to kind of address as far as Dry Dry Desert is concerned. The first and foremost is that Dry Dry Desert is a 7x7 grid, and you can probably, if you're really having trouble navigating, Dry Dry Desert, you can go online and find a, guide to kind of see where all the treasures and stuff like that are concerned. But there's three main squares that you want to kind of, make sure that you visit. This one is here. It's all the way at the bottom and second to the left, and you hop on top of this thing, and there's actually a secret block that's going to be here, and in that secret block you have Attack FXC, which is pretty cool, and pretty useful if you ask me, and I'd recommend getting it now because, we're, kind of going through Dry Dry Desert, so why not? We're going to fight this Pokey, why not? Kind of get the Pokies out of the way and show exactly who they are and what they're all about. Now, Pokies are spiny. They will hurt you if you do jump on them, and because of that, you can't, really deal with them with any character except for, I want to say, Kooper. Kooper can actually deal with them pretty nicely, because I don't think he actually gets hurt by their spikes. But if you have any other character equipped, you're pretty much screwed. But I mean, if you're in a situation like I am right now, where, you're facing multiple enemies and not all of them are Pokies, you can actually get away with, having two characters out and just work on whatever the other character is, with your partner. And this, Bandit's probably going to go down after this shot, which is convenient, and we'll get our coin back and some star points. Now, I'm doing pretty bad with the action commands for them, but you saw earlier, the Pokey attacked me, and I did not get hurt at all because of damage dodge. So that's one of the benefits of having damage dodge on, so I would definitely recommend doing that. Now, we are in the second square, so what you're going to want to do is when you're on the second square, now this is how I navigate through Dry Dry Desert, because I find it to be the easiest way to collect all the valuable items, is on your first run through, you're going to want to come all the way to, I believe it's the second square, the second square from the bottom, so, 2 up, and there's going to be these blue cactuses, and there's also going to be a twister. And you want to go into this particular twister because it's going to send you to a place where there's a badge that you can't get any other way. And that badge is the Spin Attack badge. So if you're going up against a Goomba, say in Chapter 3 or 4, and they are no longer, dropping any experience for you, you can actually, use the Spin Attack badge to just defeat them immediately. And that's incredibly useful, and I'd recommend getting used to using items like that. And now the second thing that we're going to do is when you get all the way to the 7th square to the right, right outside of Dry Dry Outpost, you're going to have this square with all these palm trees, and you want to go 2 squares down, and you'll see why in a second here. you'll see that there's going to start to be, you know, some green grass and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. And there's two things that are pretty useful in this area. One of them being, there is a lemon tree, and then over to the right, there is a lime tree. And you're going to want to get a lemon and a lime for later. And what can we get rid of? We can get rid of a normal mushroom, because we don't really need that. And then there's also going to be this, you know, a heart block, so just in case you're hurt, you can come over here and grab that. But most importantly, the first of these items are here. So let's jump into it. And this is a super block. With this, you can upgrade one of your party members. The member you upgrade will gain attack power. The party member will also master a new ability. Which party member do you want to upgrade? Now, a lot of people I tend to find either upgrade Parakarry or Bombette. No one likes Cooper because Cooper really isn't that great of a character. I mean, he's a cool character, but, you know, attack-wise, I don't know, I'm not a big fan. I personally like to power up Goombario first, because Goombario being powered up is pretty damn beasty, and you can kind of break the game, really, you know, with his newfound power. So now instead of doing 2, you know, damage total with his head bonk, he's now going to do 4, which is useful for enemies with defense of 1, because he can still attack them. And he also has the ability called Charge, and Charge is one of those abilities that is just instantly, you know, just infinitely useful. You really can't go wrong with Charge, just because of how useful it actually is. Because you can get quite a bit of damage up, and if you're running into, you know, an enemy that you're having a little too much problems with, that's a good way to actually finish them off. So, if that mouse didn't seem suspicious enough, I'm just going to tell you, he's important and suspicious. So, we're going to follow him all the way to the end of here, and he's, you know, talking with this shady fellow. Someone who gives things is nice. Yes, very nice. Nice guys get told nice stuff. So, give something. And that's why you want to pick up one of these lemons or limes, and we're going to give him a lemon. You know, because I think he might like lemons. The nicest of nice things! You have proven you're nice by giving me my favorite thing, and since you're so nice, yes, I'll tell you something really nice. And, we're going to ask him how to see Mustafa. To find Mr. Mustafa, go to the shop in this town. First buy a dried shroom, then buy a dusty hammer. You must buy them in the correct order, yes? Remember, dried shroom first, then dusty hammer. This is a secret sign known to those loyal to Mustafa. If you buy these things in the correct order, the owner of the shop will let you see Mustafa. I think it's Mustafa, not Mustafa. And, that's enough for me. You know, that's all I really want to know. And, he wishes us luck. And although I didn't know that, I just kind of wanted to show how you would figure out where to go, you know, if you didn't already know. So go back to the town, and we're gonna, you know, do what he said. We're gonna draw, here, let me actually see. I gave away the lemon, and I got rid of the mushroom, so I think I need to get rid of something else. We'll see. You know, just to be sure so I don't have to. We are going to use the, check ability, and I'm actually going to just check this honey syrup right here, because, you know, we don't really need a honey syrup. And now we're gonna buy a dried shroom, and a dusty hammer. Buying a dusty hammer after a dried shroom is a secret sign that only friends of Mr. Mustafa know. That means you're in with Mustafa. Hey, brother, good to meet you. How many questions you need answered? You want to see Mr. Mustafa? He's usually up on the highest part of Dry Outpost. Just keep on going up, my man. So that's pretty, you know, useful. And I'm actually going to do something, and I'm going to see if... Because I've never tried doing this early in the game, because I don't know if it actually will work. But there's an item that you can actually get right now. I don't know if you can get it right now, but there's an item that you can get from this shop by buying certain things in a particular order. And I'm going to try to do that just to see if it, you know, actually works. So I'm going to check more items. I'll check a sleepy sheep. And I think I'll have just enough now. So basically what you have to do is you buy a dusty hammer dried pasta, another dusty hammer, and then another dried shroom. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, I'll just, eat my dried pasta then, because I don't really care about wasting the coins. And then, now we'll buy the dried shroom. Yes, sweet, it actually works. So, buying those items is a secret sign. It was written in an ancient will. In keeping with the will, I'm required to give you this. Please take it. And you get this red jar. And, this red jar is not really useful, I'll be honest. You don't really get too much from that red jar. It's just nice to have now rather than later, so when you're doing a certain side quest, you don't really have to worry about it. And I know you kind of want to just see me go and see Mr. Mustafa, but there's one last thing I want to do before we see Mr. Mustafa. Let's talk to this lady. Hello, welcome, how are you? Feeling jolly? Feeling blue? I'm Merlead, you see. That's me, a cuter gal you'll never see. I do magic, but not for free. Your luck has steered you well, for I'm the master of the spell. When my spell upon you glows, you might get lucky, but who knows? Do you dare to take a chance? Want to watch my cards dance? Yes, of course we do. Oh, how lovely, very good. Pick just one now, if you would. I'd pay as much as I could. So, that's a pretty good tip that she gives you. And we're going to want to go to the special course. And now we get to watch this ridiculous thing. I think you'll find this power might get you foes to cower. It will light you in your darkest hour. Even should you meet a beast, do not fear, not in the least. My spell makes a famine feast. See you then. Please come again. Goodbye, my friend. So Merlee is a rhyming master, but she's also probably the most useful NPC in the entire game. Basically, what that spell's going to do is, throughout the game, you'll now get a spell at random times that will either increase your attack power, your defense power, the amount of star points that you wind up getting from a battle, or the amount of coins that you get actually after you defeat an enemy. But now it's time to talk to this guy. Didn't we already talk to you? Hey, nice guy, we meet again. I'm glad you found me. I'm Mustafa, the one that you've been seeking all this time. When I'm out and about in Dry Outpost, I use the name Sheik. Sound familiar? It's always genuinely good to meet a genuinely nice guy. I meet people all the time, but you are by far the nicest guy I've met so far. Why are you hopping around the whole freaking room? So, he already senses that we're on an important journey and that we're looking for something. And he will actually allow us to get an item that will get us to Dry Ruins. This pulse stone is the key to finding Dry Ruins. Take it to the desert, yes? The pulse stone will flash above your head as you get close to the ruins. The closer you get to the ruins, the faster the pulse stone will flash. Follow it where it leads you. Find the place where the pulse stone flashes the fastest and use it to open the way. Why, thank you, Mr. Mustafa. That is very useful information that I will use to the best of my abilities. The save block is on the other side. And with a lot accomplished, mainly we got our first upgrade, for a partner. We got, the Pulse Stone. We got some badges and explored Dry Desert. And some other things. Oh, and, might as well just do Chuck Quizmo. After Chuck Quizmo, I think it's a fine time to end the episode, so that we can continue next time in a wonderful spot. What is the color of the block that you can break with the first hammer you got? Yellow, of course. Correct! Congratulations! Here's your star piece. So we got a star piece, and that's awesome. And actually, I'm going to check something that will be very useful to me to know. Ooh, yes, 12 star pieces. I probably should have checked this earlier. So, basically, what's going to happen is in the next episode, I'm probably going to meet you at a different area than, the actual, right here. And we're going to be getting the most useful badge in the entire game. So, I will see you in the next video. If you thought this was a good video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned for more.